Breaking news, talks between Russia and Ukraine are underway as the fighting rages on in Ukraine. And moments ago, Russia said that it was closing its airspace to dozens of countries after those countries did the same for Russian jets in their airspace. Joining us now is Petro Poroshenko, the former president of Ukraine. Sir, thank you so much for being with us. And you hear this move, the latest move by Vladimir Putin to close airspace to dozens of airlines. And he's also talking about nukes again. What do you think of his mindset?
I said from the very beginning, Putin is a crazy person. He's a mad person. And this reaction is just demonstrate that fact. We, first of all, I want to thank CNN for the objective source of information as a contradiction against Russian information campaign. We have already more than 100 hours. We Ukrainian count on hours, but because every single hour, this is the lives of Ukrainian soldiers, lives of Ukrainian civilians, and exhausting our resources. But we appreciate very much for the strong support of our Western partners. Altogether, Russia, under the official information of Ukrainian Minister of Defense, already paid 5,300 soldiers lost their lives during the last 5 days. Can you imagine? Every single hour, every single day, Russia lost 1,000 soldiers. This is significantly more than in Chechnya, in Syria, in Libya, or wherever in the world. This is the biggest price Russia ever paid for his mad, crazy president decision. And losses on Ukrainian side is at least 3,000-4,000 smaller. But we are very motivated, we fighting for our own land, and Putin expected to launch the panic. Putin expected to make a blitzkrieg with a very short period of time. On the second day of the war, he planned to capture Kiev. Instead of that, 5,000 lives of Russian soldiers go to hell. And with this situation, I think that Putin refused to recognize his failure plan in Ukraine. He shall deliberately to entire Ukraine, to military and civil. By the way, almost 500 Ukrainian civilians was also killed, including children. He attacked kindergarten, school, university, museums, and this is completely disastrous. But Ukraine not surrender.
Sir, what do you think? What do you think that he will do if he doesn't? I mean, if he is not, if he decides that he is not turning around or he's not given an off ramp to leave, do you worry that he'll try to make like an Aleppo out of Kyiv? How far do you think he'll go?
We keeping them on the same place for already 4th day. Altogether, we have a 5th day of the war. And with that situation, I think that if you said what Putin do further, my answer, nobody knows. Because Putin don't knows what to do. Because Putin go as far as we allow them to go. And on the negotiation, I think this is very positive that we have a dialogue. But Putin should understand, point number one, we do not accept any capitulation. This is the strong position of the whole Ukrainian people. Point number two, we do not accept any compromise on our future, on the European Union future, on the NATO future. And point number three, Ukrainian future would be decided only by Ukrainian people. We never plan to ask the permission from Putin and don't do that now. But at the same time, I think that the West should be strategic. The time now has come forward-looking decision, and I'm very much happy about yesterday's decision of the European Union Commission, European Union Council, with the absolutely new approach that they are welcoming Ukraine for happy to see the Ukraine as a member of the European Union. Now we need the same message about NATO, Ukrainian NATO choice. And right now, return back from the parliament, where we, together with other, initiated the official application of Ukrainian state to the European Union, to the NATO about future membership. We definitely need to obtain the status of candidate in the EU. We definitely need to launch the official procedure about the negotiation for being future member. And with this situation, this is extremely important. But the point number two, we definitely need to increase the military assistance. Every single penny the people from the United States, Britain, EU invest in the Ukrainian security, in the Ukrainian defensive weapons, they save the lives of your own countries, because we here are fighting not only for our soil, not only for our sovereignty, but for freedom, for democracy, for Europe, and to make the global security more reliable. And with that situation, this is very positive news that we plan to obtain military jet, because Russia has a complete control on our airspace. Point number two, that we need to have a close airspace of Ukraine based on the question.
And I will say, former President Poroshenko, certainly, as you are well aware, that is something right now that the U.S. has said they are not going to do, but obviously you were calling for that, for a no-fly zone. And we do appreciate you being with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, back with